on one hand, there is a growing awareness among young people or individual citizens, and so these aware people are taking small actions on their daily life. I mean, having their own bags instead of using plastic bags, or bringing their own chopsticks, and they don't use throwaway chopsticks and other things. So these small actions are very important for daily life. But in order to create a societal change or the changes in the economy, you just said we have to redesign the society or redesign the economy.
Yeah.
So how can we make connection, or how we can help these aware individual, not only taking their own daily small actions, but to help the economy or to help the society to redesign itself, and how we can be a part of the solution?
You need two things. One is appreciation of what they are already doing. Because lots of people are doing things, but they are not appreciated.
Yeah.
People think, oh, you are crazy, or you are eccentric, or you are mad, or you are going out of the society. How are you going to survive?
Yeah.
So we need to celebrate those who are courageous. We need to celebrate those who take bold action and go outside on the limb and on the fringe and create new experiments and new ideas, because we don't know what the results will be, but at least they are trying something for better. Huh? So we should celebrate, appreciate, and honor such people. Second thing we need is to develop centers of education, new centers of education, where such people can experiment things and learn things. Like we have created Schumacher College in England, and there's a center in India created by Vandana Shiva called Navdanya Center, Bija Center. It's the seed of the school. So we need center where these young people who are experimenting in their lives can come, share ideas, learn from each other, inspire themselves, inspire each other, and then go back to their place and then continue to work. And this way they will be able to multiply and bring more young people and new people into that situation. Because these new people can also come to these centers of learning and learn about methods of organic growing, natural farming, renewable energy, solar energy, wind power, all the new skills that we need, and also develop new ideas. What is a good life? We want good life. Ecological awareness and ecological lifestyle is about living a good life, which is joyful, comfortable, stress-free, friendly, family-free, environment-free, and yet joyful. We don't want a kind of hardship of hair shirt lifestyle. Ecological lifestyle is not about just living without something. Ecological lifestyle is living with abundance, abundance of nature, but abundance without destroying the planet. So we are not against abundance, we are against destroying the planet. And this is the message we need to give to the world, that these young people are going out on the limb and trying something. They are not trying to bring poverty back. It's not going backwards, pre-war Japan. We are going forward to a new vision of a good Japanese life, which is enhancing the natural world and yet cohesive community of Japan, which is proud of itself and self-confident and can contribute to the world and serve the earth and serve the world. So our vision is a very positive vision.
And you're optimistic?
I am optimistic. I think this challenge will be taken up. I mean, Al Gore, a politician changing like that, it's a sign of change. And awareness is tremendous. The awareness is the first step towards action. Now, time is for action. I'm optimistic. And I think Even Copenhagen is a good thing, because in Copenhagen at least issues will be highlighted, and points will be made, and governments will be put to shame if they are not acting, and that's a good thing. World is looking for action. Media is looking for action, and if the world governments and the leaders, political leaders, fail to take action, they will be put to shame. And therefore, I think it's a good thing that we are meeting in Copenhagen.
So in your mind, one of the most important leverage points we can make change is the education and the raising awareness. That is what you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We need, I think in Japan, we need at least one, if not more than one, centers where these kind of ideas be given proper consideration and a proper understanding in a holistic way. Also, we need to combine the movements for social justice, environmental sustainability, and spiritual renewal. And also third world development. All these issues are interconnected. People sometimes go and say, I'm working for peace in the world. The Constitution 9 or some other things. I have no time for environment. I have no time for anything else. That's not right. In the same way, environmentalists thinking that I'm trying to protect the trees and have organic farming. I have nothing to do with Constitution 9 or Clause 9. Or I have nothing to do with spirituality, nothing to do with development. I don't think we can afford to have this fragmentation. Movement is holistic. We are all part of one movement. You can have separate organizations for one thing or the other. That's okay. Separate organizations are fine as long as their vision and worldview is bigger and broader and have a big picture in the mind. That for a sustainable future, we need to all work together. So I call it concern for soil, soul, and society. Soil, soul, and society. Soil is the environment, the ecology. The environmental movement is the soil movement, because everything comes from the soil. Life comes from the soil. Our food, our clothes, our houses, everything is soil. Soul is the spiritual movement. We need basho, we need poetry, we need art, we need music, we need relationship, we need friendship, we need families. These are all spiritual qualities. Without spirituality, there is no relationship. Spirituality for me is we are all related. That understanding, that awareness, that conviction that I should not harm you because you are my relations. I should not harm the trees because the trees are my relations. I should not harm animals. They are my brothers and sisters. So that's a spirituality. We need to have personal growth and spirituality as part of ecology movement and also social justice movement in the third world countries. 1 billion people go to bed without food in our world, and we call it progress. 21st century. What kind of system we have that our brothers and sisters and children, 1 billion, not 1 or 2, but 1 billion people go to. That's an unjust order. That's a failure of the market. That's a failure of capitalism, failure of socialism, failure of communism, failure of politics, failure of globalization. Our systems have failed completely if 1 billion people, our brothers and sisters, are going to bed without food. So that movement is part of our movement. So soil, soul, society. This is a bigger picture. And in Japan, we need to create this bigger movement. And you can have small organizations for one particular issue that you are interested in. But remember the big picture.
Very important.